Inside an elegantly decorated room, female members of an elite samurai household watch a red-skinned man hurl soybeans at 5 oni. Why? The bold character Kin on his black hakama points to Kintaro, the superhuman child hero later linked to Sakata no Kintoki, famed for slaying demons. He is performing oni-yarai or tsuina, driving out demons, that is, epidemics, a ritual rooted in the ancient Chinese rite Dano. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Eastern Han Court records described the ceremony and said it had already begun in the age of the legendary ruler Zhuanxu, who appointed the exorcist Feng Xiangshi to drive epidemics from the palace. Among the methods used were peachwood bows, thorn arrows, clay drums, red pellets, and the scattering of the 5 grains. The 5 grains were a broad term for staple crops essential to life, typically rice, wheat, foxtail millet, proso millet, and soybeans. Classical medical texts taught that balanced grain consumption sustained the body's 5 organs, later linking them to the 5 elements and the directions in Taoism. The rite reached Japan by 706. It began as a New Year's Eve court ceremony, but gradually changed. By the 11th and 12th centuries, the exorcist was mistaken for a demon and chased out, and charcoal was sometimes thrown alongside the grains. By 1447, the ritual had shifted to the eve of Rishun, the beginning of spring, with beans cast to the chant, demons out, fortune in. Because Japan still followed the lunar calendar, Rishun could fall before the New Year, blurring seasonal and New Year rites. The eve of Rishun was one of the Setsubun, the seasonal divisions marking the 4 seasons, and centered on Buddhist prayers for protection and longevity. Over time, the spring Setsubun became dominant. By the Edo-period, the court ceremony had faded and spread to temples, shrines, and homes, merging with this spring Setsubun as soybean throwing became central. The shift was practical. Epidemics often struck in spring, so the ritual offered comfort before modern medicine, and soybeans offered something tangible. Beyond their everyday availability, soybeans were believed in Chinese medical texts to counteract toxins. In Japanese, mame sounds like destroy demons, or even demon's eye, suggesting that a bean thrown into a demon's eye could defeat it. This print was published around 1854, when the ritual had fully taken on its Japanese form. The demons are epidemics made visible. One runs headlong, another hides, 2 stumble in panic. Only this one lingers, sticking out his tongue in defiance. Their colours speak as well: red for uncontrolled desire, blue for anger, black for doubt, green for sickness. So the beans drive out both disease and inner corruption, and because they are roasted, they cannot sprout, preventing evil from returning. Today, Setsubun falls on 2nd or 3rd February. Those whose animal sign matches the year often lead the ritual for special protection, and each person eats 1 bean for every year of age, plus 1 more for health. In recent years, however, bean throwing has been quietly overshadowed by ehomaki, a sushi roll tradition that spread nationwide from Osaka. So, how might it change next?